what did she say in WAP? She don't cook, she don't clean, she got that wedding ring or something like that.
No, imagine that. Imagine that. Our young Jamaican girls that are supposed to do their womanly duty, right? Or or should learn to do their womanly duty. Listening Cardi-B talking about I don't what cook, I don't cook, I don't clean.
She got that wedding ring.
She got that wedding ring. Coming out over house. Coming out over house can't cook, can't clean. I want a wedding ring.
Hey, welcome to the New Revolution podcast. My name is Karlington Barrett.
And I am Christopher Gibbon.
And welcome to episode 2. Definitely a great feeling to be back here.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazing feeling, man. And definitely appreciate the support on episode 1. We appreciate you guys a lot.
Yeah, the comments was very active. We were basically seeing everything in the live chat section, so definitely appreciate the support, and we look forward to seeing you on this one as well. So welcome to the movement. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. Join the journey, join the movement.
Yep. And remember to subscribe, guys. We will definitely need your support by you subscribing, of course. Alright?
Definitely. It's free. I can't stress this enough. It's free. You're not paying for a subscription. So just go ahead, click that subscribe button. Let's go.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah. So how you doing today, man?
I'm good. I'm pretty good. I had a really good day today.
Weekend was lit.
Yeah, the weekend. How did I spend my weekend? It was a lockdown, so didn't do much than just resting and being creative, pretty much. Yeah.
Watch any Jesus movies or
luckily though, this Easter we didn't even watch any Jesus movie.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like Easter.
Yeah, this Easter is just different, being locked down, can't go on the road, but basically just cooked.
Yeah,
cooked. A new hobby, guys, cooking. Yeah.
Can't cook, but he's learning.
Whatever, man. So how was your weekend?
Definitely a tough weekend for me. I ended up losing an uncle.
Oh yeah, you were telling me.
Yeah, so it's quite devastating, very emotional, but I'm still here, and I'm just basically trying to stay strong. So still here, we're trying to push through the podcast.
True. Yeah, man. My condolences to your family, bro.
Yeah, thank you, man. It's tough.
Yeah.
Tough year.
Fear.
Yeah.
We gotta push through, definitely. But yeah.
Yeah. Also dropped a new song. A new song.
Alright, cool.
Yeah. Speaking about song, basically, I think this podcast could be about music and stuff like. Cause you were on a band once, right?
Yeah. In my younger stage of life, I was a part of the Montego Boys and Girls Club marching band. A few years ago, my teenage years. Yeah.
So you were like a young Nick Cannon?
You can say that. You can say that for sure. Had some amazing, accomplishments.
Yeah,
in my musical career. I was a young drummer.
The big...
No. The side drum, the one that Nick Cannon played. Yeah.
That's cool.
It was good. Yeah. I was very small though, so I was favored. Back then I was very tiny as a youth, and it brought a lot of attraction to me, and I could have danced as well. So I was a young entertainer. Yeah.
Dance as in
Dance.
backflip.
I could dance.
Chris Brown dance.
Chris Brown dance. I could dance.
So what's going on now?
No, man. I put down those stuff.
I see. Yeah, music.
Still got them.
Yeah.
But yeah, leave that for next time.
Music is definitely powerful. You know, I feel as if, you know, that everything I do these days, you know, is revolved around music. You know, if I'm, let's say I'm traveling to Montego Bay, right? And I leave my earphone, man, I would definitely be going crazy that whole journey, man. So, you know, there's like there's selective songs that I would play, you know, probably play some high intensity, you know, stepping out of a car, you feel like you're in a movie, that type of vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah, music definitely great, but it's also, you know, something that is destroying society right now.
That's true. I absolutely agree with that. Music has a lot of influence.
Yeah.
Depending on the type of music too. And I believe that, you know, not only that it has influence, I think it affects your mood, right? You know, how you go about your day as well. You know, yeah, it has a lot of influence.
Yeah, it definitely influences feelings, emotions, and behavior. Definitely.
Right.
You know, you always listen. Let's say Adele. You definitely play an Adele song right now.
I can't listen to Adele song.
Yeah.
Adele music for me, I can't really listen to an Adele music because that literally put me at a, you know, sad place.
Is it a situation where you went through what she went through?
No, you know, but the music overall is it's sad. You know, literally give you that sad emotional feeling. So I stay away from Adele music, to be honest. You know, if I might be hearing it playing afar off or, you know, somewhere close by, but I wouldn't just take up you know, just jump on YouTube and listen to another song.
Yeah, it's been a minute. The last time I played Adele was like 2015. So yeah, I was going through some, you know, relationship problems.
Yeah, man, but definitely, bro, like music have a lot of influence, and I can speak from my experiences just the same. Let's say I'm traveling on a bus, so to speak, to let's say Afro-Tree, for example. You know, you jump on a coaster bus from Spanish Town heading over to Afro-Tree, and they're playing some, you know, dancehall music, and kid you not, people, these coaster bus, when I'm telling you, they have no respect for nobody. You know, you could have held us a till them and buck some derogative dancehall music. I mean, nothing's wrong with dancehall music, you know, not saying that, but some, you know, derogative, and the elders in the bus, and the music well loud. Let me tell you, say well loud. You get me? And just by being in that ride for at that period of time and listening to those song lyrics and all of that, it's starting to change your behavior, and I said, you probably come out of the vehicle and start walking and bounce, and you don't know where the bounce are come from, but basically the music, you know, alter your behavior, and you start acting as how the lyrics has been playing on your mind.
Yeah, I've definitely experienced the coaster bus situation as well. You know, there was a particular time where I was on the bus and a lady was begging, please, can you turn down the music? And they was like, oh, say that. And they just turn up the volume some more, and I was like, yo, savage.
Yeah, no respect for nobody, bro. So, you know, it's crazy. And I can recall back then, even a lot of our young youths, just the same, you know, let's say high school students, they get up on their way to school and all of that, you know, them plug in some skilly bang and them thing there and
East side.
yeah, you know, Yeah,
Yes.
and them thing there. And it just start alter them behavior. Them start pulling them pants and them waist, them a walk going to school, pants well tight, you know, and them a walk and them a scam. You see?
Yeah.
And guess what? The cause of that, the music when them a listen to on their way to school.
Yeah, because even back in my days in high school, around grade 7, that was when we were going through the whole Gully Gaza situation. And I'm telling you, I seen this type of, that era when, you know, cartel movado was going on. I see fights break out just because a man say, oh, Gully me say, or, you know, Gaza. And my classroom was separated into 2 sides, bro. You know?
Yep.
And yeah, I think back then, you know, crime rate was extremely high at that point during that whole fiasco. I mean, I think at one point they had to bring both artists together, you know, to form some form of peace treaty and stuff like that. So the music definitely, have some form of effect.
And the thing about it is that I'm now thinking, because again, right, in Jamaica, the artists and their music plays a major role in the country, right? And definitely, as the world knows, we are, crime and violence here in Jamaica is prevalent, right? It's prevalent, and I believe that music contributes to the violence.
Yeah, and even the Prime Minister was, you know, elaborating that, you know, our music, Jamaican music now is being, you know, linked to a lot of, you know, crimes and stuff like that. The lyrics is too violent, you know. But I think he's being specific to Skilly Bang, because, you know, that last album he dropped, I think it was The Prodigy or something like that. I mean, 80 to 90% of each song was, you know, gun related or pertaining to some violence. So yeah, it's definitely not our culture, because, you know, when I was overseas, if I tell someone, hey, I'm from Jamaica, the first thing they're gonna be like, yo, oh, you know Bob Marley, so, you know, reggae would be, you know, what brands us outside of Jamaica. And I think that's the problem why I think dancehall music doesn't go past the airport, bro.
Yeah, some of the song lyrics are just derogative and crazy, you know, very crazy, to be honest. But I don't know, it's impacts the country negatively for the most part. It does.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to some dancehall music, you know, it depends, because even back in high school, for me, I listened to the same Gully Gaza music, you know, but it didn't influence me to do any violence or, you know, anything like that. I listen it every day. So would you say it depends on the person, or?
That's interesting. I think it may based I would say a level of maturity then, right? Because you have people that would be conscious of what they're listening to, and you can probably say, all right, you know, this is the type of music that I like, but you're that mature mentally that it don't really affect you in that light, you know. But some people, it literally, you know, it will affect you, because more likely, guess what is happening? Your subconscious mind, right, plays out whatever you put in, right? So I guess that has, you know, its influence on whatever you're putting inside of your ears, right? So for many people, they will be affected. They will be affected, and I can speak on that personally, because I myself, I'm conscious of what I put in. And if you ever catch me listening to music, I would be listening to some upbeat music, probably some Afrobeat, or, as you know, some
elevator music.
yeah, some instrumentals to, you know, heighten my creativity. But I don't try to literally listen derogative music because I understand that everything that I put in, you know, comes back out in my subconscious mind. So I'm mindful of that.
I think what I would do, right, if I'm gonna play those type of music that, you know, have violence or anything like that, after, like, at the end of the day, I try to listen to something positive. I'm not a dancer fan or anything like that. I rarely listen to dancehall music. I listen to, like, you know, hip hop and rap music. So for me, you know, what we're about right now is basically, in terms of our goals, we're trying to get money, we're trying to be as successful as possible. So I tend to listen to a lot of Jay-Z, Rick Ross, and those type of musicians at the end of the day. So I might play, you know, the dancehall, because the dancehall music, yeah, it does change my behavior. The only thing I get from it, though, it gets me, you know, it gets me going. So I'll get a little form of, you know, intensity by listening to that, you know, music. Whether I'm going to work or if I'm going to the gym, you know, I just listen to that music because it gets me going. But at the end of the day, I just want to listen to, you know, Rick Ross, Jay-Z, because I gotta, like, reset my mindset to, like, you know, all right, so, you know, we want to talk about success, making money, being bosses and stuff like that. And that's basically it for me when it comes on to music. So it all depends on how you channel the music, right? Because, you know, for you said, you know, it heightens your creativity.
True. I just question, like, for example, do you think that there is such thing called listening to too much derogative music in a sense?
Too much?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. If you listen to a lot of gun tune every day, yeah, it's gonna take a toll on you over time.
Interesting.
Yeah, your behavior might change. So, you know, maybe you and someone might have something outside and it just triggers you to, you know, want to put shot in your face or something like that, you know? So it definitely will change your behavior, you know, how you would, you know, because you would look at it before like, alright, you're going to de-escalate a conflict. But now, you know, you get a vibe from the music, so now it's like you're just quick to just jump into the conflict instead of de-escalating the conflict.
Interesting, because as you say, you know, because what would happen is that, alright, there's a conflict that started, and rather you de-escalate it, the first instinct is violence, you know, off the bat.
Yes,
so it's highly influential.
Yeah.
Our society though, here in Jamaica, I think we're grappling more so with crime and violence. And as you expressed that the Prime Minister was actually ranting about it in Parliament recently, that the lyrics that these men are singing, our artists are singing, it's portraying so many violence. You understand? And this is absolutely contributing to crime. Because imagine, all I bad man them are listening to them saying, you know what, you pumped and ready for murder man. That I vibe, you see me?
Definitely.
She got happy. You have song and sing, boy, AK, busting up boy head and everything there. You see me? So yo, it crazy. You know, crazy. But do you think that as a nation, you think that our artists will look into this and say, yo, it's true, we are impacting society negatively, and do you think that they would make a positive change?
Well, in terms of the artists, right? You know, they're artists. Their job, mainly what they're gonna say is that this is what they're seeing, and you know, they're displaying their art by, you know, basically telling a story of what they're going through or what they're seeing. I remember like an interview on stage a couple of years before Cartel was incarcerated, and he said like, if you're looking for Vibes Cartel to be a role model to your child, then you've already lost as a parent. So I think definitely what he's trying to say is that, you know, he's an artist, he creates art and he puts it out there. It's up to you as a parent to, you know, get your child in a mindset where they can, you know, even hear the music, but don't allow it to affect or you know, affect your behavior in any manner or anything like that. So I don't think it's gonna change. There's gonna always be that type of gun lyrics going forward.
Oh, interesting. Ooh, very interesting because you know, as we jump back to what the Prime Minister was saying, it's a cry. You know, it's a nationwide cry because it's really affecting us.
So how do you feel about because violence is one thing, but you know they might sing about money as well. Well, how do you feel about those songs?
All right, so good question, and where that is concerned, so I've listened to certain songs, you know, that portray working hard, go and get that money, you know, hustle, right?
It depends on the hustle though.
Yeah, the hustle.
For example, brick.
Good hustle. Good hustle. You know,
good hustle.
Good hustle.
Honest living.
Yeah, honest hustle. Like just working hard for your hustle.
Yeah.
Right? Those type of music influence you to do good, you know, to get something. You know, you give you that drive to get up and push, you know, to better yourself. And that's something positive from my end. Yeah. So I would listen to something like that. You know, I listen to something like that. I listen to something that, hey, it gives me that drive to inspire somebody else. You know, put me in that mood because that is the type of person that I am. You know, so yeah, I would listen to that type of music pretty much.
But in the Jamaican culture, you know, most of the songs right now, in regards to like hustling and stuff like that, is it pretty much relates to, you know, chopping, you know, scamming and all of those things. So definitely it's influencing, you know, youths to basically go and get into the scam industry as well. So it's not just violence, you know, it's always linked to some form of criminal activity.
True. And again, to, you know, some of the man them brother sing some song gonna make sense. Like, no, I don't know call the name, but some song really don't make no sense. Some of the song, if you sit down.
Dancehall music?
Yeah, let's use dancehall music right now. You sit down, and as I was telling you before that I don't really like listening to hip hop music, because some of it, just to say the lyrics is not making sense. You understand? So you sit down and you listen to some of the dancehall music, then brother, them not gonna know further than probably the airport. You know what I mean? I say some of them not go further than hitting the zinc. Isn't it? You see it, so just some boom 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 on the zinc and that's it. Yo, that should be bad. You see that at the same time, you're not making any money from it. You understand?
Because, you know, even the other day I was curious to see how much, you know, money dancehall artists, you know, what they're making. So I googled everybody's net worth, and I'm like, what's this? It's like some 3 million, some 2 million, 1 million, and then I say, alright, let me check out a reggae artist, for example. Checked out one of the Marley sons. 15 million up to 30 to 50 million. So reggae music is definitely selling right now. That is the brand, reggae. Dancehall music right now, it's not making much money because, you know, as we mentioned, it's not passing the airport.
Because most of the times they're singing, and what is the audience of people that they're singing to? Are these people putting anything in their pockets? You get me? I say outside of yo knocking upon the fence, you know, and the hype. What else is there? You get me? And at the end of the day, you're producing content. You're putting yourself out there, and what's the return? You get me? What's the return? You want to sing or produce a craft internationally, globally, where you can actually go anywhere. Is it me and people appreciate the music, people can relate to the music. Is it so? A lot of times, bro, lyrics, crazy. Now, no sense.
Yeah, even the other day we went to a studio, went to a live studio, and we were basically, we were there with a song analyst and a songwriter, and he was like, he played an artist, won't call any names, but he was like, why he doesn't just say it in English? And you know, that's from there you realize the language barrier, because you know, when you're overseas and you can stand right next to an American and talk pot when he doesn't know what you're saying. You could say the most outraged thing to him and he won't pick up that you're actually saying that. So it's the same thing for the music, right? Dancehall music in America, no American is going to understand what he's saying. Might hear, you know, get a gun or, you know, stuff like that, those little things. But they won't know what they're saying, and so they're not gonna buy that music. So that's where, you know, dancehall music on the whole it's down there, because you know, everybody is speaking patois, and you know, that music won't sell. And you know, we learned a lot of that.
And you know, funny, like, I just heard a song played in my head while we were talking. A skilly baby. Like, yo. Step
I
up.
won't say yo.
Like,
I won't say it's garbage.
No disrespect, but
No disrespect.
you know, but like,
it come like it's a song when you just wake up and just voice it.
and then again, the song, what's his title again from the studio? That guy. But the guy from the studio, he was saying some of the man them are their own. The lyric analyst. Some of the man them are their own, the artists them are some bag like, yes man.
Yeah.
Because like there's no way on earth you'll make your bridging produce certain lyrics like that and hype it up, and at the same breath it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I was just saying that it just reminds me of some, you know, another artist, upcoming artist that, you know, occasionally sends me his song for review. And, you know, at first, you know, I'm playing his song and I'm like, yo, what's this? Yo, what's this? But the hardest part was me actually, you know, honestly have to critique and tell him that, yo, this is crap. It was very hard to tell him. So in terms of the yes man thing coming in, it's a very hard thing, because you know, artists might look back and say like, yo, I'm bad. What am I saying to me? A bad man thing, isn't it? I'm bad. But definitely it's tough. Like, you just have to be real about it, you know, tell him where we can improve and what we really understand. And that's what I did, you know. And he basically listened and his music is improving now. So, yeah, whoever produced that song, yo, come on, man.
It's funny, but the reality, it's the reality of it. It's the absolute reality of it. But we, as I say, I always think positive, that we hope for some positive change somewhere. We're down the line.
Yeah,
but
I think, you know, reggae music is what's holding, because if you look on reggae artists, right, they sing a lot of, you know, positive songs. You know, I've recently started listening to this female artist, I think her name is Leela Ika or something like that. Yo, I'm in love with her, bro. Her music is definitely awesome. So it's like, you know, she had a song, you know, something about her, she was basically singing about where she was coming from. You know that song, oh, where I'm coming from? Yeah, that song was great. Cool. So songs like that, you know, it definitely played on my emotions, because, you know, we're all coming from somewhere, and we can always reminisce and say, oh, so and so. So if you look at why reggae music is basically going past the airport, it's international. I mean, it's playing in England, Japan, every country whatsoever. They speak English when they're singing reggae, right?
In most cases. In most cases.
Chronics, English.
Yeah,
Chronics.
most cases. Yeah, most
Pro
cases.
legend,
You have sometimes they will jump in some patois, yes.
Yeah,
But
but for the most part, definitely English. Same for Bob Marley. Bob Marley was
very
very
relatable.
clear. Yeah. Bob Marley was favorite Bob Marley song is Natural Mystic, bro. I like how that song starts up. Definitely starts up great, like, you know, so yeah, I think reggae music, that's the reason why it's selling. Most of Jamaica's richest artists are reggae musicians. Ziggy Marley, Shaggy, Sean Paul. You know, those guys are international. You're not seeing, you know, any dancehall artist that is doing a feature with Jay-Z. Probably Sizzla, them do dancehall music, right?
Sizzla?
Yeah, Sizzla and
What type of genre does
I
Sizzla do?
think it's dancehall. It's not.
It's a good one. When you know Sizzla still.
Sizzla, Capleton, isn't that dancehall?
Good question.
Bounty Killer is
Dancehall.
dancehall.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between them and these artists now? Because Bounty Killer sings about, you know, coming from the ghetto, even though he's the warlord.
But, and you made a very interesting point, you know.
Yeah.
Look at it, Bounty Killer. Right? No, Bounty Killer, I've watched an interview recently with him and Yende Phillips and Adesi, and he was talking about the journey. It's back then how they used to sing about the violence and so forth, and he understands, you know, the impact and the influence that music have on society. And if you look into it right now and you listen to some Bounty Killer music, no, it's not that derogatory as back then. It's not portraying so much violence as back then, because the awareness and understanding that, hey, the influence is real. And just like Agent Sasko, back then, what was his name? Assassin.
So,
You understand? And mind you, back then he was singing some, you know, and no, he has kids, you know, he get children, and the man changed his name. The man changed his name to Agent Sasko, and I sing positive light now. And him same way. While I was on I'm a Jane ambassador, so he's a Jane ambassador, and we were on a session once, and I heard him talking about the name change and how the changing of the name is a way as well of bringing about light, you know, his lyrics, his music to bring hope and change the society.
And if you look back, like most of those artists from back then, Beanie Man, Bounty Killer, Angel Sasko, they don't do those type of music anymore. They've definitely changed. And yeah, so does you think that has anything to do with just being mature as an artist?
That's a good question, but I would tie it back to awareness and where the money is coming from, and the influence that their music is making on society as well, and to understand that they have kids and so forth. But the very interesting thing as well, like the artists, while we're on it though, like, you ever wonder, like, how do they deal with certain fame, or how do they deal with their normal life and an artist, and being an artist in the same breath?
They don't have a normal life.
You think so?
Yeah, that's why most artists suffer from some form of substance abuse. They don't have a normal life. You know, coping with fame and all of that, they definitely don't have a normal life. So, yeah. But if you look on it though, like, dancehall music, you know, back then, you would say it wasn't passing the airport as well. But
Mm-hmm.
if you notice that now the music that Beanie Man, Bounty Killer is singing right now, it's passing the airport. I mean, these are legends in Jamaican music. So definitely the change significantly would change their network. Now their music is out there,
Mm-hmm.
and you know they're definitely making money now.
Yeah.
So
Remember the
yeah,
versus show the other day? That was a vibe.
and the whole world was
Yeah, the
watching.
whole
I was
world.
in the live, and you know, even though, as I mentioned, the language barrier,
Mm-hmm.
people in the comments like, yo, what are they saying?
It was very interesting. It was a good show. It was a
Yeah,
very good night that night.
yeah. Although police come and lock it off still, but
Yep.
but
Police.
yeah, it's great because if you look at it, you know, you mentioned before that you know artists, you know, they have their kids and they change. You know, some artists, Cardi-B, for example, that song that she dropped the other day, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, that WAP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw she was on live
Mm.
and she was playing it, and her daughter came into the room and she just jumped up and she, you know, turned it off. So basically, they don't let their kids listen to their music.
Mm.
But you know, if you look back on it now, what Cartel said in that interview way back when, you know, you've already lost as a parent if you're looking for that artist to be the role model for your child.
Mhm.
So she's setting an example for her kids
Mhm.
while she's putting out her music and your kids are listening to it, and you know, basically you're not controlling that.
Mhm.
So then again, you know, parents definitely got something to do with that as well.
And then you mentioned Cardi B and the type of music that Cardi B really
Yeah.
sings influences our young women
Yeah.
and causes our young women, especially in Jamaica, to really be at some bad place. I didn't want to go there, but I'm getting there, you know, a little bit. But yeah,
She definitely, some of her lyrics is gonna definitely touch on like things like, you know, you can. What did she say in WAP? She don't cook, she don't clean, but she got that wedding ring or something like that.
No, imagine that. Imagine that. Our young Jamaican girls that are supposed to do their womanly duty, right? Or, you know, or should learn to do their womanly duty. Listening Cardi B talking about I don't want cook, I don't cook,
clean.
I don't clean.
She got that wedding ring.
She got that wedding ring. Coming out over house. Coming out over house can cook, can clean. I want wedding ring. Hell no. Yeah, no.
The difference between that you know, these young girls don't understand that they're not in Cardi B's tax bracket. Cardi B is a multi-millionaire. So you even have $5 grand in your bank account. And these females have $5 grand in their bank account.
And come to think of it, somebody else had sung something and it was causing a whole media attention the other day. Who was it? And I think
What was it in regards to?
Buying, if your man ain't, was it a song or was it just a statement? It was a statement.
Yeah, she was on live, you know. It was the Quavo Sweetie. Yeah, basically what she was saying is that, you know, if your man ain't paying bills, buying you a Birkin bag, then you know, return that nigga to the streets. That's what she was basically saying, you know. And basically, these women are not in Sweetie's tax bracket. Sweetie is worth, you know, I think her net worth is around $3 million. If you compare that to Jamaican dollars, it's a lot of money. So you can't look on these females and, you know, come to me, a typical hardworking Jamaican man, and talking about if I can't buy you this and I'm not paying your bills, then, you know, it don't make sense. You're not in Sweetie's tax bracket. You know? So you can't make those talks. And you know what I realized as well is that if you look at it, most of these women, you know, the things that they're asking you to buy, they can't even buy it themselves. For some women, you have to emphasize some women. So yeah, it's definitely destroying our society in regards to women as well. You know, it's a definite situation right now where the climate in regards to women is very sensitive right now. You know, missing women, and you know, we definitely don't encourage violence against women. The New Revolution podcast strictly prohibit violence against women.
Absolutely.
Men, please, man. Go bunk some Chris Brown. Go out with your friend and get over her, bro.
And as I talk about that too, killing of women as well is a little bit too prevalent as well in our society. Like, I don't know and I don't get it, but I mean, I guess we aren't. I guess we as men, you know, I don't think that we have learned how to deal with certain situations growing up. Most men, because I think that is a problem too. Because as you know, society tell we are them say, yo, we are man enough for ball and them little thing there. You see, how do we deal with those situations?
Such as what, like a heartbreak?
You know, heartbreaks and hurting and you know, going through depression and those type of stuff.
It's a good question. I can't even give you an answer right off the bat because it's a very, very interesting situation there. But I mean, for example, my girlfriend leaves me. I'm definitely gonna be emotionally scarred, you know. And I think the problem in Jamaica right now is the fact that a female leaving a man, he's looking back on things like, whoa, yo, I put a lot into this girl, you know, whether it be money, you know, everything, you know, because, you know, Jamaican men really, you know, do a lot for women and stuff like that. Based on the culture, for some women. Yeah, so, you know, you have a lot of independent women out there that do their own thing. A mom, for example, I've never seen her, you know, relying on anything like that. From the moment I know her, she's definitely a hustler. I swear, you know, genetically I've got that from her. So, yeah, it all depends on that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But and again though, as you say, some women are independent, some women are not, some women are dependent on men. And then again, some of the men, you know, seeing that they don't know how to deal with certain things, they revert to violence, right? They revert to violence, the first thing. And as Jamaicans as well, the least, if a man step on your toe, brother, a man step on your toe, oh boy, if it dead, you get what I say? So I think we're cultured wrong.
Yeah.
You know, we grew up in a society that accepts certain things that make certain things seem normal, which it's not. Understand? And to say, yo, men are weak to cry or men are weak to express certain things, really put us at a dark place.
And it's a very serious situation because if a man can say, yo, yeah, leave me, you know, make sense, me live, and, you know, I'm going to kill myself or I'm going to kill you and then kill myself. It's a very, very serious situation.
Very serious.
So if we put a man that's supposed to be strong in a situation like that, so then you know for real that, you know, men are very emotional, you know, we might not display it, but inside we basically, we are very emotional. So I think that's what's going on right now, you know, certain, it doesn't give them the right to kill a woman or, you know, violence towards women or anything like that, but women will always say, you know, no matter what a man gives me, right, that doesn't give him the right to kill. But that's not the reality. Over the years, that's not the reality. You know?
That's the reality.
They are killing women. That's the reality. So you might think that it's okay to take, but they are killing. That is reality. And this is something that happens every year, bro. And if you notice the pattern, it's always start with like one person going missing or one person being murdered, and then it's like a chain reaction. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's never like a situation where it just happened to one somebody and that's it for the year.
And so it's like it's like it triggers something.
Yeah.
So for example, you wake up, you see in the news, man kill his girlfriend, then kill himself, and then another man probably they go through a similar situation. Woman and give him problem, headache, or vice versa, and somebody kill somebody in a relationship. So things like those definitely, I would think mental health issues is a factor where that is concerned, but that's for next time. But definitely, it's very devastating. Our men in society, we need to unlearn certain things. We need to unlearn certain things. Giving a woman money, giving a woman monetary things, taking care of your woman while you're in a relationship, it's the norm. It's the norm, and vice versa, just the same. You understand? And when you break up or when you and that person fall apart, it is what it is. You understand? I think our men are seeing women as investments. You understand? So when you help a lady to X-place in their life and they want to break the chain, I want to go elsewhere, there's no more love there, they don't let go, they revert to killing because they're expecting a return on their investment. Oh, you go, hey, hello, you go left me. You look how much things me do for you. I'm sending out school, you have college, you have work now, and because of me, at the same time, you see me kill the woman because they don't know how to deal with that. Understand? So my take on that is, I think they're supposed to start seeing women as charity. I say charity. Don't really expect nothing back in our sense. When you're giving a woman or anybody anything, you understand? Give it a willing heart. If you can't give it a willing heart, bossy,
don't give at all.
Give. You get what I'm saying?
Make she call you a mean man, bro.
Yes, because at the end of the day, your life is valuable.
And in terms of, they might say, you're a mean man, and that's where they play on a man's ego, because if it's one thing, men have definite ego problems. So if you start saying, hey, boy, you're a mean man, start playing on that man's ego, like, what should I talk about? Pop a few buns, start flexing all of these things, and that's what the women want. But definitely, you can't look at, role models, for example, as Sweetie, and, you gotta understand that Quavo, the guy that he was with, that man's worth over $30 million. He's rich. He can afford to buy you a Birkin bag. He won't even dent his bank account. How much is it for a Birkin bag, bro? Birkin bag costs $400,000 US. It's a lot of. It's like Rolex watches or Patek Philippe watches, which is like they're custom made, right? So they're very unique. Not that there's like a Rolex watch is like $1 million up that bracket, Yeah. So that's a lot of money in Jamaica. So. Well, the thing about a Patek Philippe watch is that they make each watch is custom made. There's like a limited edition of these watches. It's not something that like custom. It's just there available at all times. It's very specific amount of those watches out there. It's the same thing for the Birkin bag, right? There's not a lot. So most of these bags that they're selling now, they were pre-owned by maybe celebrities or stuff like that. So that's why it's so expensive. Interesting. So yeah, it's a lot of narrative behind these men and women, dead women going missing,
contributing factors of domestic violence. Women these days are in relationships that are absolutely abusive and are staying in the relationship because what? Because of financial gains. Because of financial gains, they can't see themselves out of a situation. They rather take beating, yo, boom, 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 you come in at night time and you're fisting your face and go work and next morning you see your friends and your face looks so, Roger, meet me, I love me, you see.
Hey, you got some women are like that. They like violence. To me, I think women like danger, bro. Like, because you notice, I saw a meme the other day. It was like, I got 6 felonies, 3 murder cases. I got 6 baby mothers or something like that. Just a chain of bad stuff. And the meme basically showing a man and a woman and she was in love. Like, yo, this is what I'm into. So you can look at it and say, some women are into dangerous stuff. You can look back even at high school. You go into high school, right? Who the girls them always go after? Not the nerds, bro. The hype man them.
Yeah.
Right? So it's strange. I don't know where that's coming from, but it's definitely something that I observe over the years. So they tend to, if Rajan box me in my face, you love me. Them thing them like bad man. Remember that song? Gunman in my hole, they used to blow up that song like, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Really?
And it comes back again to song, blood money in my hole, but like that.
Yeah, the girls were raving that song, They were raving that song.
Yeah,
and look at it now.
If you're not good man, we don't
want you.
I'll be a good man, I'll break me.
Yeah, so it's music. It definitely ties with society, bro.
Crazy.
It definitely ties with society.
It's crazy.
Absolutely definitely influences a lot of things.
Yeah.
But definitely a message from the New Revolution podcast. If you're a man out there right now and you're going through a breakup, bro, that's Bunks to Chris Brown. Play some doses, yo. You link up with your friend and play some domino. Forget about her, bro. But nobody gonna bust down her door and beat up a girl and all them things that you
life is precious, man.
Yeah. Why would you want to end? Because, domestic violence, carries some weight. You probably do a 10, 20 years. Why would you waste 10, 20 years of your life behind bars for a woman that, is going to be with somebody else when you're in jail? She's going to be living her life out there while you're in jail. Don't make no sense. You kill a woman, you get a life sentence.
Oh, yes, man.
Yeah, waste money. Don't make no sense, bro. Just leave that alone. We know it tough. We are man who feel it all away, have some form of heartbreak before, but allow that alone, G. Bunks to Chris Brown, bunks to Usher. You got it bad. I recommend songs, you got it bad, deuces, and those type of songs. Go play some football or something, FIFA. Just forget about it.
Question. The voice note. Peter. Peter. If y'all don't know, I don't even know where to tell you to source that voice note. I think it's
pretty
on
viral.
It's in the Jamaican Government IG page. That guy, Peter. Oh Jesus. Peter. Woman and woman fall out, guys, and pretty much Peter sent a whole voice note talking about how much he is going to murder the woman when the lockdown finish. I'm trying to see if I can source it somewhere where it is, in the 3 weeks. And imagine that. Now who give Peter the right? If you can't come tell a woman, say, yo, me I come for you after the lockdown. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna hurt you. You're not gonna get an opportunity to hurt an ex man. Yeah? I'm not gonna take your life.
Peter Goodley, a grimy with nice streets, and you would never know, say, soft, so you see me? But, yeah, definitely tough out there for these Jamaican men right now.
Very, 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 very tough and interesting. Very, very interesting. But I think, and I even saw something recently in the news, a lot of stuff happening here in Jamaica. And men, I'd recommend y'all be careful. Because someone will just give you 1 or 3 points as well for some woman in a youth. Where, yeah, me I'll try and wonder if life not precious.
Yeah.
Like for vagina, brother. Man I lose them life, like seriously, like yo, I saw recently someone died and the cause of death is because he go check a woman.
Oh yeah, the police from
Yeah,
Park.
go check a woman.
Baby mother still.
Yeah, in baby mother.
Yeah.
And it's a no play zone type of thing. And you know everything be set up.
Yeah, but that kind of tough still.
Yeah, but I won't even get into that. But enough man I give them 3 points. Yeah.
Yeah, as governor say, well, so them man are weak to the flesh, but yeah, it's definitely one of them situations, bro, where, you know, we're human beings, you know, men love women and stuff like that. Look at Derek Jackson, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You remember Derek Jackson is the type of guy that every morning you go on Facebook, he's out there, you know, giving us messages about, you know, staying loyal to your woman and all of that. And look at that now. He's basically cheated on his wife with 2 different women. So yeah, that guy tricked us, man.
It's crazy. So guys, you can actually find the Peter story on Sparky Baby official IG page. You know, the video is there, so you can actually go check it out for reference. I won't play it here. You know, you can go on the Rack Upper page for that content. But yeah, man, them definitely, yo, take care of yourself. You know, stop killing all the woman them. Woman, be independent. You know, you guys learn to be independent. Stop depend upon man. Stop depend upon somebody's external validation for your own benefit. You get up, go there, go work. You see me? You might not see your way. There's a God. Believe in God. You know, change the game. Believe in God. Get up, go upskill yourself. You're not gonna dead. If you don't have the money, you don't know every turn, and you don't understand that they can't live in a culture wherein y'all expect to go big, a man, and then you know man stay, them will turn around and start begging things, bigger vagina that is, and I'm going to be straightforward. You get what me I say? And this is the cycle that we're living in, you know. You living uncomfortable, you know. Yeah, that type of vibe. So it's I recommend that upskill, go learn that skill or something. You know, start your own thing. It's difficult.
Yeah, you know, one of the most sexiest thing to me is being in traffic and see a woman pull up in a BMW or a Benz, bro. Find that very attractive,
Right.
Definitely.
Things like those are
yeah, I love independent women.
You know.
See, I got a lot of friends, female friends that are starting their business and stuff like that, and I'm proud. Like I like seeing things like that. So definitely get rid of that lazy mentality, as and just stay home and just collect money and stuff like that. But to each his own. Still, it's at the end of the day, it's up to you. You can say it, but it's up to you, basically.
By the sweat of your brow, you shall eat bread. So get up, go work, and stop be dependent on somebody else's income or because you can do it yourself. You can do it. Might not be as quickly as you want it to, but you can do it. Just believe. Get up, go out there. If you have to upskill, there's a lot of free courses online. Go learn a skill, and start something if you have to. believe in your dream. And I'll end.
Yeah.
If you don't believe in your dream, you're going to end up spending the rest of your life
Believing in someone else's dream. Yeah.
exactly. You know, so
Where did I get that from?
yeah, you know, so that's it, and that would be a wrap, you know, for our
end of the
episode.
podcast.
You know, so guys, remember, like, subscribe to the channel, guys.
Please.
We
subscribe.
are doing this for the long run. You know, we're doing this for the long run, and until we actually reach episode 100, we are officially podcasters. You know, for sure. So we're here forever. You know, different venues, better equipments in the future. But we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here, and we look forward to your support in every way possible. You know, thank you for joining our community. We will see you on our social media pages, right? And we'll stay connected. Stay connected.
Definitely. And, you know, if you're definitely new to this, you know, welcome to the family. Definitely welcome to the movement. And you know, we're here, and you can look out for us every week. You know, we're gonna try to stay as consistent as possible. And you know, peace out.
Peace out. Good job.